I'd like to bring in our panel now, Herb London, London Center for Policy Research President. Herb, let me start with you. First of all, it's great seeing you. It's been a while.
Oh, nice to see you.
Everyone's still skeptical, but I think there's an optimism beneath that obvious skepticism that wasn't there before, because we are witnessing overtures from Kim Jong-un that 3 or 4 months ago no one thought would happen.
Well, one of the things is there's no question about these preliminaries, and what Kim Jong-un is doing is clearly setting the stage for negotiations. But I think it's very important for us to take our eye right on that target. And the target is the denuclearization of North Korea. We've got to make sure that the nukes are taken out of North Korea. The North Koreans believe that there should be an entirely denuclearized peninsula. But if that means taking the United States out of Korea, or taking the United States out of Asia, or taking the United States out of the region, that is clearly unacceptable. So I think it's important to understand where we come from and where they come from.
Herb, what if through all of this, nothing comes of this? There's still a stalemate. What's the option for the U.S.? Because President Trump has to back up his tough talk and his tough stance.
Well, you don't know what's going to happen in this high wire act that the president is engaged in.
I'm just saying, assuming we don't come through with the deal,
understand.
And Kim clings to his nukes.
It seems to me that the president is going to have to walk away from these negotiations.
Right.
I think that Pompeo has already made it clear that there's going to be a denuclearized North Korea.
One way or the other.
Yeah, one way or another. That's going to happen. And I feel very confident about that. That's one of the reasons why he's there. And it's also true that Kim has gone to China. Why do you think he went to China? The Chinese are saying, you know what, you can be the stalking horse for us. We want the United States out of the Pacific Basin. One of the ways to do that is to talk about getting the United States out of Asia. Start with Korea, but getting the United States out of Asia. Try to broaden that conversation.
Right.
The human rights issues have not been considered and should be. But the other point is, just look at the South Korean economy, look at the North Korean economy. $1 trillion economy, $1 billion economy. You want to know why he's at the negotiating table? He's looking for aid.
You know, Herb, there's more to it than just trade. Also, there's the advanced technology part of that I want to talk to you about. China right now has the world's 2 fastest supercomputers, but there's word that they're on the verge of their next one. Right now, the fastest computers are measured in petaflops, which is 32.1 million bits of action. It would take us 32, yeah. But the next one will be exaflops, which is like 10 times that amount. It's staggering, but they say they'll be able to break all of our military encryptions, run nuclear submarines undetected for months at a time. We're trying to get them to curb that as well. Do you think we can have success there?
Well, there's no question that the Chinese are moving in a direction where they want advanced technology. And one of the things that's happened as a result of the very interesting rhetoric of Donald Trump, our president, is that he talked about washing machines. He talked about aluminum. He's talked about steel. All of them, in every single area, he's kind of backed off just a little. The Chinese are now come to the table, recognizing the fact that you don't know what this guy is going to do. He's somewhat unpredictable. That unpredictability, I think, is having a very salutary effect on the way in which trade talks are being held.